Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where you get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, with news of a record high reached last night for the Kiwi dollar. But first, in the US, March jobless data out overnight showed little change overall, but increasing variation between regions and states. This is because the low oil prices are having a marked impact positively in some areas and negatively in others. In related data, American median weekly earnings were up 1.5% year on year as inflation was down 0.1% in the same period. Real earnings increases were slightly higher. This data may bolster Fed resolve to start their rate rises as they have signalled. The May 8th non-farm payrolls report will become a big test as to whether the first quarter data indicates lingering softness. In China, there is growing concern about the ability of many corporates to handle their very high debt loads. Officials there pleaded over the weekend for lenders to roll over loans, and now more cases of companies unable to pay loan or interest repayments are coming to light. It is a worrying trend. Overnight, the first state-owned company added to the toll. In India, there is official frustration there that their recent monetary policy interest rate cuts are not flowing through to the real economy, and that bankers are just pocketing the cost reductions. There was also a strong hint of a backdown by the EU over Greece overnight. Eurozone finance ministers said they will not set any deadline for Greece to come up with reforms to get more funding because such time limits lead to brinkmanship on negotiations. That probably means July 20 is the real deadline now, when the ECB could not ignore a failure by Greece to pay a loan repayment. Before then, though, there will be a whole series of new commercial stresses, like how to pay the power bills. In New York, US Treasury 10-year benchmark yields are marginally higher today at 1.9%. US oil price remains at about $56 a barrel, while Brent crude dropped $2 a barrel to $62 a barrel in trading earlier today. The gold price rose about $10 an ounce and now trades at $1,203 an ounce. New Zealand dollar starts today at 76.7 US cents, 99.4 Aussie cents and 71.4 Euro cents. The TWI is still very high at 81.7. In fact, at about midnight last night, the TWI reached a record post-float high of 82.13, eclipsing the 81.93 record that was set in July 2014. At midnight, we're at 99.6 Aussie cents and 72 Euro cents, themselves both records. The fallback this morning is relatively minor. These new levels will be very tough for many exporters. Certainly it will be undermining Fonterra's ability to hold its current payout forecast. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.